What's going on, diecast enthusiasts? How's everyone doing today? Hope everyone's doing very well. I'm doing very well. Thank you very much for asking. So what we got here, man, we've got a 5-car set of the JDM. Now, these are the Hot Wheels Premiums, and we also got the Boulevard car that I've been missing. I had to go to eBay for that thing, so that's what they forced me to do, man. They forced me to go to eBay because I can't find one of them in stores. That's a different argument. Anyways, we're going to check out the autoworld here, the 2-pack. Found it only at Target, and what we got is a 1965 Corvette 427 and a 2017 Dodge Viper GTC. Now, don't ask what the GTC means. I should know. I don't really know. This looks more like a GTS, but this is a GTC. So I'm going to go with Grand Touring Competition. But honestly, it looks like a regular Dodge Viper to me. Doesn't seem like anything too special, but the one thing I do like about it, we have these nice black wheels. The one thing I don't like about it is with this kind of a dumb graphic right down the side. Not really down with that, man. You either keep it gray, you put some stripes on that thing. You know, even if they had some other like really weird, kind of funky hexagonal kind of livery on it, that might be cool. But anyways, I do like the color. It's very similar to the color of my pickup truck. So that being said, what do we got here? We got Blaze. Oh boy. There's a lot of jokes to be said about that. I'm going to go with the Fire, and honestly, I don't really like the graphics. I might break this one open and just try and get the graphic off the side of it, and I'm not down with that. Let's talk about the 67 Vet. This thing is actually really nice. Now, the one thing I do like about this, it's definitely the paint job. I like that color blue, and I do like those flames in combination with the blue. The one thing I don't really, it seems like this is one of those plastic wheels. I mean, they look like rubber wheels. I guess there's really not too much to dislike about it. What's it say on the license plate? Flames. We got flames on the license plate, which, with what, right, man? We're blue with flames. We're looking pretty sweet. Definitely like it. It's going in my Viper collection, that's for sure. I might throw this one up for sale. Not really too sure. I might just keep it inside the pack, but I really want to take out those graphics on the side. So, anyways, I like them. I'm going to keep them. Now, moving on to the Hot Wheels Premiums here. This was very interesting because I've never really been able to find 5 cars, especially this set right here, which is very popular, by the way, and I'll tell you a reason why it's very popular. And I'll tell you the reason why that car is very popular. So anyways, we're going to kick this thing off with the custom 01 Acura Integra GSR. I don't know what GSR stands for. It's just whatever. It's a submodel. But anyways, these things are very popular right now. They're being hoarded left and right. And that's only because it's an Acura Integra. Nothing else about this car is really that special except that it's an Acura Integra. It's a JDM car and just happens to be a very popular casting because it is an Acura Integra. There's nothing very special about it except this one's a Boulevard, so this is number 107. And this was what I needed to complete my set. And if you guys remember, I did the Myers Mangst. I got the Ford Transit and the Pantera. The only car I'm missing now is the 323 Mazda. So let's check this thing out. Now, this thing does deliver everything it shows. We have the yellow stripes. We have the yellow stripe right down the side, the white wheels, the low-profile tires. We even have the little stickers down here on the rocker panel, which look really nice. It's a very nice car. I mean, there's nothing really wrong about it. It's not that I dislike it. It's just, what is that? Hot Teg. So it's got some shiny paint, as I suspected it would have shiny paint. It's a very sharp looking car. It's a very cool looking car, man. I'm not really excited about the JDM stuff. I am and I'm not. If I am excited about JDM stuff, it's going to be the older cars because that's kind of the era and time that I do like. I like the 80s. I like the 90s. This would be kind of a 90s car. I don't remember Integras being as popular then as they are today. So anyways, I like it. I'm going to keep it. Moving on, we have, this is the Mazda RX-3. It's in Japanese down here, and they did this on purpose. So this is what we have down here. Oh, geez. I don't know what set this is from because everything's in Japanese. So anyways, Very cool car. I definitely like it. There's a lot to love about this little race car. It's a Mazda RX-3. Very, very cool car. I like the paint job. I like the deep dish wheels on it. I like the wide body kit on it. You know, it's one of those cars that you just don't really see. We don't have a year associated with it, but I am going to talk about the 73 Honda Civic Custom. That one's next. So I like it. I'm going to keep it. Duh. So we come down here to the 73 Honda Civic. Now this car is very cute. It's very small. It does look pretty plain Jane to me, except for those fog lights, which tells you there's something very special about this car, whether someone did some motor work to it. We have some nice fender flares right down there. Pretty cool car. We have some very, very small wheels and tires. That's all right because it is a Honda Civic. Now these cars were incredibly, incredibly small, and that's probably what I do like about them, is that they're kind of cute. And they're a little, I don't know, just a little pocket rocket, man. Check this thing out. But, again, I think it's a very nice car, so I like it. I'm going to keep it. Moving on to one of my personal favorites. Let's check this thing out, the Nissan Fairlady Z. We already did one of these yesterday, which would be a 280. But this thing is very, very cool looking. I like it. It's very clean. It's a dark shade of blue. We have the black fender flares on this thing. Got the gray wheels, which look very, very nice. We have the rear here that looks very clean as well. And I definitely like these cars. Like I said, I do like the 280s, the 240s. I think they're very, very cool cars. They're very good looking. They're really unmistakable. Very, very sporty, very sleek. I mean, they're the sports car of its time. So what else can I say? But anyways, I actually used to know someone that lived in the same town as me, and that's all he did was work on these cars. He had these cars in his driveway like you wouldn't believe. So, very cool cars. These things are great drifting. They're made for good touring cars. I believe they make good touring cars. I think this is more of a drift machine. But anyways, I like it. I'm going to keep it. Let's move on to the 72 Toyota Corolla 11. I like these cars, and the reason why is because they're just so cool for their time. Which they're very sporty too, and you know I think this is where, like, instead of Corolla being this econo sedan as today as we know it, I think these cars used to be kind of sporty. You know, I wouldn't say they were race cars, but I think they were just, you know, little sports cars. And we have the fender mirrors, which is pretty good for the period of time, especially for the Japanese cars. So very cool indeed. A lot of detail back here, by the way. Really liking that detail. So we get some nice little wheels on it. Of course, it's a metal base. Favorite parts, definitely the front. Definitely the front. We have the front spoiler, the front splitter, spoiler, whatever you want to call it. We have some ground effects here with the fender flares all the way down. It's a very interesting looking little car. It really is. I definitely like it. I'm going to keep it. Last but not least, which is probably one of the cars that you would suspect to go missing. What's it look like to you? It's a 1964, wait for it, Prince Skyline GT. Now, I got some things to say about this. This looks like it belongs somewhere in Africa. What I mean by that is it doesn't quite look like a race car, but not quite a rally car. This thing looks like it was definitely meant for some racing. We have the tape on the headlights so the headlights don't shatter when they hit something. And you know what? It's very period for the time. It really is. So tape on the headlights there. I guess you guys can tell my enthusiasm is not with this. Do I think Hot Wheels did a really good job? Absolutely they did. I think they did a wonderful job, and the card art is really impeccable too. I think the car design is really nice. I'm not really impressed, and I think that's because this isn't the Skyline or the Datsun that we've been really known to love. This one's a little bit longer, and the car itself, I believe, is this kind of disproportionate, where you have this tiny trunk here, you have a very long nose up here, and I just don't like it, man. I'm sorry. I think it's the color. I think it's the tampos. The car itself, I think, would be kind of cool, but I don't know. This one is striking out for me, guys. But anyways, I'm very happy to have it in my collection. And I cannot like something and still like it in my collection. The reason why I say I can like something and not like something is because it belongs to a set. I am a completionist, okay? This is a set. I have the complete set except for the chase. So I also grabbed another one of these fair ladies, so that might be for sale, it might be for trade. But I end up finding some things that I do like, even if I had to pay a little bit more for it. And even if I don't really like it, I can still make it the way I want to. Like I said, this tampo is coming off. I just, I've made up my mind. Not a huge fan about it. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time I have for you guys today. Please like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share. And that being said, I'm going to go. So, collect what you like. And if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong, man. So do it right at the time of your life. Later, taters.